Yesterday, the Region 5 Department of Education hosted a program to commemorate its 45th anniversary of Guyana's Nursery education program. Jalissa Hines reports.
Yesterday, September 16, 2021, the Region 5 Department of Education hosted the Guyana Nursery Education Program 45th Anniversary Celebration at the Emmanuel Congregation Multi-Complex Hall, Hopetown Village, West Coast, Berbice. The theme for the anniversary is Developing Our Nation Through Transformation and Innovation in Early Childhood Education. Ms. Dion Lynn Lewis Clark, Regional Education Officer Region 5, delivered the opening remarks.
The 45th anniversary launch here today is testimony of places nursery education is going since the commencement in 1976. Prior to 1976, the bottom house schools, as they were called, were managed by private individuals, and the change was premised on the state policy at that time. It should also be noted that during those years, nursery level education was preserved for the privileged who sent their children to these institutions that were run privately.
Ms. Clark then expressed these positive sentiments regarding nursery education and how teachers and parents aided to its development.
Indeed, I'm excited. I'm really proud to know what nursery education can bring out and what our teachers can do to transform for us to be in such, when we were going to call it, to say, developmentally appropriate and aesthetically pleasing environment. We are proud to know that even though nursery education is not compulsory, teachers continue to work tirelessly to ensure they impart knowledge and to mold the young personalities that would capture our hearts. Parents also ensure their children attend school. We lay the foundation. I want you to say that. We lay the foundation. We set the pace.
She went on to extend gratitude to the teachers and noted that the Ministry of Education will continue to support the nursery education program.
Thank you, teachers, for your efforts. We are celebrating 45 years, which is a fundamental kind of education. And as you continue to set the pace, the Department of Education and by extension the Ministry of Education pledge our unwavering support for the success of this program.
Ms. Quinita Waldron Lewis, Director of the National Center for Education Resources Development, NCERD, delivered the guest speaker's discourse.
I think 45 is a good year because you're wise enough to appreciate your history and your journey as it unfolds thus far. But you're still youthful enough and hopeful enough to still be excited about the future and see yourself as an active agent in its creation and crafting. In a relatively short space of time, we were able to progress from fringe, grassroots, bottom house level activism on behalf of our young learners to a place where we have a commanding voice, a seat at the table of discourse and decision making, as well as a growing share in the fiscal resources that are needed to propel us forward.
Ms. Lewis then disclosed what NCERD is executing for Indigenous learners who speak their native languages.
Another question we ponder is, how can we activate the well-researched benefits of home or Indigenous language instruction for our learners? Again, nursery sector has answered the call. Think about the diagnostic assessment that we talked about, and those now introduced across all levels, primary and secondary. And they have no penalty. In fact, the use of whole language is even encouraged so that children can feel more and most comfortable expressing themselves as you try to create and develop our sense of rapport with them at the beginning of the school year. There is also a Wapishan project in Region 9, where in 3 schools there is a pilot to have the entire school year academic curriculum delivered in Wapishan.
Deputy Regional Executive Officer, Region 5, Mr. Sherwin Wellington, in his address, highlighted the importance of nursery education and the teachers.
If it wasn't for educators, I wouldn't be here today. And I always go the extra mile and appreciate what they have done for me, and will continue to go the extra mile for teachers in Region 5. Early childhood is the foundation to education. Because if you build in a house, right, and if the foundation is weak, what would happen? Exactly, so you rather invest in your foundation when it is. If you want a proper house, you have to invest in your foundation.
The attendees were entertained with special items.
We all hear about Exxon and the economy. It's time for us to come together to make some money. So children, come out and take your education, because we can make this country a better nation.
A series of events were planned in various regions across the country to celebrate the 45th anniversary of the Nursery Education Program in Guyana.
We can go on, pretending day by day that someone, somewhere will soon make a change. We are a part of God's big red family, and the truth, you know, love is all we need. We are the world, we are the teachers, we are the ones to make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we make. We're saving our lives. It's true, we make a brighter day, just you and me.
Reporting for Channel 8 News, I am Julissa Hines.